before we do the Heals for Healthcare charity benefit tournament, benefiting Atrium Health Foundation. The stream is officially going to start around 1 o'clock on Saturday, October 31st. Definitely visit www.healsforhealthcare.com to sign up, or check us on any of our socials, Twitter, Carolina Game Summit, for the latest and greatest info. All right, we're just going to switch around to a couple of different streams right now, and we're just testing our audio quality and the different features and things we're going to work on for Saturday. So here we go, switching to the first feed now.
I'm going to try a different path. So I usually have a standard imposter path.
Team, because that wild card match, I'm so excited to cast that.
Yeah, and remember, with the wild card, it's not about how many points you get, right? It doesn't matter if you pull like a Bluffman, Cozies, yeah, and a diminished. It doesn't matter if you do that. You need the Victory Royale. You have to come in and take the W home. If you don't do that, then you will not win through the wild card to play. Ooh. This is a cheeky play, though. You have Aspect, Zunies, and N-Pen sitting up in a little bit of a catacomb, little bird's nest, we should call it, waiting for someone to walk inside, and baiting a mini, too. This is great.
Yeah, baiting the mini. I mean, it's a good spot to be, and I haven't seen this one too much. This is kind of the one you normally see on the the bridge situation. You sit in the.
It's a little bit old, but I was on vitals and I saw it just die, and Toast and Pokey were right next to me when it happened. So.
Okay.
True.
Definitely couldn't be them. That's all I got.
Like
though.
You know.
Any other clears?
Mm-hmm.
I can clear corpse
Missed
at lights
it?
with me.
I didn't miss it. I did it on purpose so I could look
Pokey
innocent by saying I cleared Toast and Pokey.
Dino and Dotto. Dino's Ramstar, by the way, if I say.
Wait,
Dino.
where's the body again?
It's on the admin table on the left side of it.
I wasn't around them enough to clear anyone, though.
Toast, did you see anyone?
Solid lie? That's not a lie, guys. I didn't kill him, and I know it's not Toast and Pokey. It's true.
I'm just keeping my head down.
See, the best plays here are where you don't
that was
lie.
when the lights were off.
Also, I'm not good at lying anyway. So.
Toast never does his tasks.
Oh, I'm trying a new strategy.
Oh, doing the task.
One task.
Well, I will say it's not him for this
them?
kill, but I mean.
I'm always down to speedrun, man.
64 below has the harpoon as well, so they could capitalize on some of the loot if they can get the shots in there. 4 shockwaves too, so they've got what they need. I mean, they're obviously down a man with good guy Nani falling earlier to Miro, but if they can find their way into this fight, they've got what they need to the end game. And shockwaves come out. Is this, I think, was that maybe to try and go for this team, or are they hitting the rotate? Obviously, the shockwave did not work the way they intended. I think it is. They want to turn this into a box fight. They think they've got the numbers disadvantage, and this is how they want to play it. So, bit risky here because it's going to be 2 barrels to 3 if they open up these edits.
Yeah, not only that, of all the teams they could have fought, they jumped down the mountain, giving up their dominant position to get on a team that's even below them. So maybe they're trying to force this team to get put in between the two. Either way, this is a decision they've already committed. The shots are coming out. Trap's going to go in with the shockwave, and no, it's not looking good, and that's what I talked about. The team that was on the high ground now firing down. They, probably accidentally put themselves at a disadvantage off the rip just for jumping down.
You actually have both audios going now. You have audio for one and the other one.
Today. This is a very stacked heat of players who like to play for endgame, and they like to play a safe mid game, and it's kind of coming into it here. We're seeing those teams that just can't handle the Storm Surge pressure having to go. This building, and they kind of hold themselves as box fighters, I guess, because this is going to be an interesting one.
I mean, they have to hold themselves accountable as well. They wasted so much time here. They're literally running out at this point for Storm Surge tags. N-Pen's going to be on the losing side of this, though. He gets hit pretty hard. I'm assuming these guys have to have some kind of big shotgun because he was hit down to 90 HP. The sniper shot comes out on Samperta, though. All of a sudden, it kind of evens the playing field. This might be a small blessing in disguise for
Oh, just saw a team that I want to see have a big performance. Getting an elimination onto who Fishy. That's a big turn of events from a team that we talked up a lot but haven't seen perform too well here today. But spoiling the story of Chap, I guess that rotate area, they're very close. We talked about Zum coming out of Misty, and we have Chap's team coming out of the caddy corners area. So that's a big switch as Zuni's goes down right now. So looks like this is turning up right now. N-Pen goes down as well. I think we're in a 2v1 situation. Aspect has to show up big right now, and this is a fight they chose to take, so they can't get mad it didn't go their way because they were definitely the aggressors in this situation, and I think they've all fallen now. No Aspects down there in the bottom left of your screen, but not in a good spot.
Yeah, and you can see a lot of other players have moved into the real estate here, trying to get closer and closer. So all of a sudden, what was a 3v2 has now been accompanied by a several amount of teams here. Edgy, Sentinel Commandment being one of the few to park up down below, now looking to find their piece of the floor as well. And I like what Edgy's doing here. He's trying to close off all the entryways to the building for the most part here.
Thanks everyone for helping tune in. If you have any suggestions, please feel free to email us at info@carolinagamesummit.com. Leave a comment on any of those streams, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. And definitely check out healsforhealthcare.com. Sign up for this weekend's charity tournament. It's going to be a blast. Thank you guys.
It is definitely holding them high, and as we can see, Edgy's trio plays the best in hectic games. Their wins during quals were in the 2 most aggressive games for NA East, and we're talking about teams playing safe here in the mid-ground, but when things kind of get scrappy and things get chaotic towards the end, that's where they really perform. And I think maybe it's that versatility of showing how well they can play high ground when it's available, or still playing that low and mid-ground that's going to keep playing out that way, because it's those really aggressive games when all the shockwaves come out, when everything goes crazy. If you're a team like Zate who just full sends it onto height and has nothing else in their mind, sometimes those games go astray. But if you have that backup to drop down and change your game plan when things get hectic, it really does show.
100%. And you can see Day Reverse 2K Miro. That's the team that's shuffling underneath Sensitive, Edgy, and Command. You saw for a second there, Sensitive switched up the hard mats, getting off of that wood panel because they probably hear these guys moving down here. But no, it seems like his guard is let down. You can see they're all crouched up. So Reverse 2K and company now making the rotate out. Sensitive stepping up. Edgy stepping up to the wall as well. You do have to be careful. This might be a big collision. No, we hop over to the other side to give you guys a better idea. Cloud, Acrian, and Laned here trying to make a rotate right now. J-Free Deemer doing the same as well. 3 eliminations for this team. Cloud's got the Banished Bazooka to keep him up in the game as well. This Elam Hatsev just happened too. He's at 150 cap material.
Yeah, they're looking really, really healthy right now, and it's going to be an interesting zone. I thought this one was going to pull more north, but wow, still another central zone, so no one can really complain today because these zones have been very favorable to basically everyone. We haven't seen any far north or far south pulls, so right now it's just giving us a really good indicator of how teams can play on an even playing field, and this zone right now is looking pretty even except for all those trees. That's going to be a lot of cover and cause a lot of upsets for those teams that are maybe in the low and mid as they push through, as Cloud gets some really good shots onto Chap, and that was the last player in that team, so a huge performance last game. Unfortunately, all 3 falling here in 24th place.
Yeah, and that's far off the cutoff. That's far off from anywhere you want to be. I mean, they were at, what, 45 points coming into this, so they have a little bit of wiggle room to play with, but you know that gap's going to be closed, especially when you have players like Aspect, Zunis, and NPen still alive, who are just underneath that, knocking on that top 5 here. Again, we just get these nice wide shots to show you how many players are in the game, where they're situated, what bases are vacant like this one. A lot of fake bases, too. You got to be careful with those ones. They will kind of throw you for a loop, but the zone is pushing everyone center. This is the favorable spot to be in, and you can see the biggest names, the highest profiles, the strongest teams are all here right now on top of one another. That's why we hear the wave of crash back.